I think it's time for all good Yorkshiremen to get together. Mrs. Hampshire and Bird.
They certainly do, and they seem to have this inbuilt knowledge of when it's going to rain, and quite often rain very heavily, and that's precisely what happened at Lord's. 5:10, the game finished with the players going off, and eventually the whole thing was called off at 6:25. 229 for 6, England in their first innings. I thought that was a terrific performance from Sri Lanka. England fought back, and Stewart has done wonderfully well to make 76 out of that total. 38 for Gooch and 42 for Morris. Once again gave them a good start. The bowling dominated, I thought, by RUMESH RATNAYAKE. 16 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 41. RUMENYKA, 24 overs, 5 maidens, 2 for 75. Very poor weather forecast, but this was the way things in those 7 overs. Well, there was a delay of 45 minutes because of rain. A torrential downpour hit the ground in the early part of the morning, and the umpires did as much as they could to get play underway at the beginning. 45-minute delay. We join it now in the first over. RUMESH RATNAYAKE is the bowler. Stewart is taking strike.
That's well stopped. And very good running too. Well, they always say never run for a misfield, but as that was fielded at cover, ALEC Stewart gave Jack Russell the come on. Never.
And that could be 4 more from another genuine leg glance. Oh, very expensive opening over, 11 runs.
And a good demonstration there of how a right-hander and a left-hander at the crease really affect the bowler. And here you see RATNAYAKE bowling really a right-hander's line just outside off stump to the right-hander, but of course it's meat and drink to Jack Russell. He's very strong on leg stump. The Sri Lankan flag above the pavilion and the Union flag at the other end. He plays those strokes so well. Lovely timing. The ball. There was that 4. Was he over the rope and in contact with the ball? That's the question.
I don't think there was much doubt about that. He was over the rope when he pushed the ball back, which means it should be 4 runs. At least that's the way it looked from here. Good strike from ALEC Stewart. Lovely straight bat. And I think we'll probably see that that ball is actually pushed back by the man as he goes over the rope. He goes over there, and then he's pushed it back. That was certainly 4 runs.
But they run 3. 244 for 6. There. Oh, he's bowled him. And that did turn. Jack Russell packing across the line.
Yes, I don't think Jack will be too pleased when he sees that shot replayed. The ball was far too far up to pull. Here it comes, and you can see that's very nearly a good length ball. It did turn, but certainly the wrong shot to play there.
Well, you young cricketers watching at home, hear your coaches say, never play across the line. That's a demonstration, I'm afraid, by Jack, how not to do it. Do not play across the line.
You see that ball quite well tossed up, pitching outside the off stump, turning, and Jack Russell very much at sea. Oh, my goodness me, there's certainly a fair amount of spin.
The beautifully timed stroke from Stewart. And that takes him to his highest score for England. also brings up the 250. But look at this, for an example of timing, it really is high class.
RUMESH RATNAYAKE has struck again. Reward for some consistent bowling all the way through to this his 23rd over. Philip de Freitas is the man dismissed. And 258 for 8 now.
And here's that dismissal, that ball hitting de Freitas on the pad and just squeezing through.
Lawrence have to be quick. Jay Surya is the fielder.
But I think even Sid Lawrence, with his fine backing up and quick running, would have been stranded then. He's not even in the picture. 3 yards, perhaps, if he'd hit the stumps.
That's what's needed on a day with blazing sun here. Well run, David Lawrence. Well run, Stewart, too, but that was very good cricket from David Lawrence. And there's a lot of pride there on the balcony. First Test match century for ALEC Stewart. The 18th first-class 100 of his career.
Good shot.
Well, it was a good shot by Alex Stewart, but it was a pretty poor delivery as well. Slower full toss, just nice height. Just dispatching it through the covers.
And got him. David Lawrence, he's been trying to get onto the front foot, and he did it, but unsuccessfully, and he wears his heart on the sleeve as a batsman, and that's a deserved wicket, even if in a rather strange way for Ratnayake. His fourth of the innings, and England now 276 for 9.
Yeah, Ratnayake trying to bowl the in-swinger. It's got a bit too full up. It did swing in, and I think that's what really did David Lawrence. He couldn't quite get the bat at the ball for his front leg. Didn't really get the pace on it.
No, it's what Alex Stewart decides to do now. Number 11, Phil Tufnell. He's not the world's worst batsman, and by no means a complete rabbit, but Stewart might well decide the time has come to try and take what he can get as quickly as he can. Like that.
A fine stroke by Alex Stewart there, using his feet down the pitch, making room for himself and then cracking that through the offside. Assisting with 2 men out for the hook shot for Phil Tufnell. That'll please him.
And out. Tufnell out. LBW to Ratnayake. It's 5 wickets for Ratnayake and an unbeaten 100 for Alec Stewart. 113 not out of England's all-out total. 282.
And a very good innings it was too, to remain 113 not out. 282 the total there. England fought back well from the early disasters after that good opening stand between Gooch and Morris. And the bowling figures for Sri Lanka bear out what we said earlier about RUMESH Ratnayake, that he is the outstanding bowler in the side. 27 overs, 4 maidens, 5 for 69. I assure you, he deserved every one of them, bowled really well. Rumenike 2 for 75, Vijay Gunawardena none for 36. Hattura Singer, a steady performance from him, 1 for 40, and Anasiri 2 for 45 in 17 overs and 4 maidens, and he turned the ball quite sharply at times. We join the reply now of the Sri Lankan innings. In the first over, De Freitas is the bowler, 1 run is on the board. He's bowling to Hattura Singer. That's the one that darts back off the seam, so it's cleverly bowled. But not so cleverly run. It made it, in the end, it needed an accurate throw to either end, and those two batsmen would have been struggling. Brendan Kurupu, who has played at Lord's on an earlier occasion, will take strike. Nice start for Brendan Kurupu. He is very strong, square of the wicket. He's a driver.
A little bit of excitement out there. Kurupu just getting a little inside edge. That ball bouncing very straight and just wide of Morris short leg.
That is very conclusive. Brendan Kurupu.
Thick inside edge into the middle stump.
Sankar Gurusinghe, and he is a very competent player. Lovely stroke. Classic stroke off the pads. There's a good shot. Just racing away for 4. Stewart, the century maker, his first Test century, 91, his previous best, and the 18th first-class century of his career. Oh, yes. Plum. Absolutely plum. And De Freitas has bowled very well once again.
Yes, well, a great reply after that beautiful cover drive from Gurusinghe. And the second Sri Lankan wicket falls. De Freitas taking his second wicket. LBW.
Skipper Aravinda De Silva. There's no better hooker in the game. More. Aravinda De Silva now goes to 13, 12. And as was the case with Lawrence, it's fatal to bowl short to Aravinda De Silva. That's a splendid stroke. Too short again from Lewis. And De Silva will take advantage of everything that pitches short of a good length. 50 up for Sri Lanka. He can slide the ball away through the point area and through the gully area, but it doesn't seem to weaken his onside strokes. He is a vicious hooker and puller. Well, there's our answer. Beautiful stroke. And those 3 lights on the scoreboard shining in umpire Bird's eyes. Four more to Aravinda de Silva. If he keeps going like this, it'll be one of the fastest 50s of the season. We'll have to wait until the 3rd day of this Cornhill Test match to see if he can manage that. He remained 42 not out with Turasinghe on 19. 75 for 2. There were 5 more added up to that score at the close of play. 5 extras in the total. Kurupu out for 5 and Gurusinghe for 4. And the bowling figures dominated as they have been this summer on many occasions by De Freitas. 7 overs, 2 maidens and 2 for 23. There was a 50 partnership between Aravinda de Silva and Turasinghe, and Turasinghe made just 7 of those. The situation after 2 days of this test match: England 282 all out, outstanding performances from Stewart and Ratnayake, and Sri Lanka in reply 75 for 2. De Silva a brilliant 42 not out, and his team Sri Lanka 207 runs behind. The day England